The bullet had not killed him, but it had stolen something worse. Silas Wade was a cowboy with a perfect memory until the night of the bank robbery. He took a shot to the temple, survived, but woke with a hole in his mind. Every sunrise, he remembered everything up to the day of the accident. Every sunset, the new day's memories dissolved like frost in morning sun. He could recall his childhood, his first horse, the names of stars. But he could not remember what he had for breakfast. He could not remember the face of the woman who loved him. Her name was Clara. 5 years before the bullet, Silas had found her wagon broken on the trail, her father dying of fever. He carried the old man to town, paid for the doctor, and asked nothing in return. Clara never forgot that kindness. She moved to his town, opened a small bakery, and watched him from a distance. When the accident happened, she was the first at his bedside. The doctor said he would never heal. Clara said she would never leave. Every morning, she walked to his cabin before dawn. She knocked 3 times. He opened the door, confused, polite. "I'm Clara," she said. "You saved my father's life. I bake your bread now." He invited her in, always, because his heart recognized what his mind could not. They ate breakfast together. He asked the same questions. "Where are you from? Do you like horses? Why do you look at me like that?" She answered patiently, as if for the first time. By noon, he would be laughing at her jokes, showing her his saddle, walking her through the garden he did not remember planting. By afternoon, he would touch her hand, shyly, and say, "I feel like I've known you forever." She would smile and say, "You have." By evening, as the sun sank low, he would grow quiet, sensing something was wrong. His eyes would search hers, desperate. "Don't go," he would whisper. She never did. She stayed until the last light faded and his face went blank. At dusk, the forgetting came like a wave. His pupils dilated, his breathing slowed. He would look at her, sitting beside him, and ask, "Who are you?" She would kiss his forehead and say, "A friend." He would nod, accept it, and ask her to leave so he could sleep. She would walk home alone, crying silently, already planning what to say tomorrow. This was her life. This was her love. No one in town understood. They called her a fool, a martyr, a woman wasting her youth on a ghost. The traveling doctor arrived in autumn, a thin man with a leather bag and wild eyes. He had seen Silas's condition before, he claimed. A soldier in the war, same wound, same forgetting. There is a cure, he said. A mixture of herbs from the high desert, a tincture of rare mushrooms, and a bloodletting at the base of the skull. Clara's hands trembled. Will it kill him? The doctor hesitated. It might, but it might also give him back his tomorrows. Clara sat with Silas that evening, watching him forget her for the 1000th time. She thought about the years ahead, decades of same warnings, same questions, same heartbreak. She thought about the children she would never have, the future they would never share. Then she looked at his peaceful face, unburdened by memory, unhaunted by loss. He was happy. He did not know he was missing anything. Was she selfish to want more? She decided to wait, not because she was afraid, but because she loved him too much to risk his peace. The doctor left, shaking his head. The town called her a coward. Clara ignored them. Every morning, she knocked 3 times. Every evening, she watched him forget. And every night, she prayed to a God she was not sure existed. Let him remember me once. Just once. Then take whatever you want. One winter night, a blizzard trapped her at his cabin. The fire died. The wind howled. Silas, confused but kind, gave her his coat. She refused. He insisted. Their hands touched. His eyes widened. "Clara," he said. Her heart stopped. He had never said her name unprompted. "How do you know my name?" she whispered. He shook his head. "I don't know. It was just there. Like a song I forgot I knew." She wept. He wiped her tears. The forgetting came at sunset as always, but that single word, her name, had been a crack in the wall. The next morning, when she knocked, he opened the door and said, "You're early today, Clara." She froze. He had never greeted her by name at dawn. "Do you remember?" she asked. He frowned. "Remember what? You're Clara. You baked my bread." It was not full memory. It was a thread. But it was enough. Weeks passed and the threads multiplied. He began to anticipate her knock, to have coffee ready, to smile before she spoke. He still forgot each sunset, but the forgetting was no longer complete. Fragments remained, a feeling, a scent, the shape of her silhouette. The doctor returned, amazed. "The brain is healing on its own," he said. "Love has rewired his neurons." Clara did not care about the science. She cared that he had started to say "good morning" instead of "who are you." One evening, as the sun bled into the mountains, Silas took her hand. He knew the forgetting was coming. He could feel it, the wave, the darkness. But this time, he fought it. "I don't want to forget you," he said. She held him tighter. "Then don't." He closed his eyes, breathed deeply, and when the wave passed, he opened them. "Clara," she gasped. The sun had set. He was supposed to be blank, but he was looking at her with recognition. He did not remember everything. The years before the accident were still foggy, but he remembered her name, her face, her bread, her knock. He remembered that she had never left. "How long?" he asked. She told him. 5 years, 1,000 mornings, 1,000 goodbyes. He wept. "I don't deserve you." She shook her head. "You don't have to deserve love. You just have to accept it." They were married in the spring, in the garden he did not remember planting but had somehow kept alive. The town came. The doctor came. Even the old sheriff who had shot him came to apologize. Silas did not remember the shooting, but he forgave anyway. Clara stood beside him, wearing a dress of pale blue, her hands steady. When the preacher asked if he took her as his wife, Silas looked at her and said, "I have taken her every day for 5 years. Today is just paperwork." The forgetting never fully stopped. Some evenings, he still looked at her with blank eyes, asking who she was. But the blankness lasted only seconds now, not hours. His brain had learned to catch itself, to reach across the void and find her face. Clara did not mind the seconds. They made the moments of recognition sweeter. She had learned that love was not about being remembered. It was about being willing to be forgotten and still showing up. They had a daughter, a girl with her mother's patience and her father's quiet strength. Silas could not always remember her name, but he always knew she was his. He would hold her on his lap, trace her features, and say, "You look like someone I love." That was enough. The girl grew up understanding that memory was not the same as devotion. She watched her mother greet her father every morning with the same 3 words, "I'm Clara," and she watched her father's face light up as if hearing them for the first time. Silas died on a spring morning, old and peaceful in Clara's arms. The last thing he said was, "I remember." She did not ask what he remembered, the past, the accident, their first meeting. It did not matter. He remembered her. That was all. She buried him in the garden beneath the tree he had planted, but could not recall planting. She visited every morning, just as she had always done, and spoke to the stone. "I'm Clara," she would say. And somewhere she believed he heard her. The town still tells the story of the cowboy who forgot every sunset and the woman who loved him 1,000 times. Travelers come to see the garden, the cabin, the grave. They ask Clara's daughter, "Was it worth it?" The daughter always answers the same way. She did not ask if it was worth it. She asked if she would do it again. And the answer is always yes. Clara lived to be an old woman, her hair white, her hands gnarled. On her deathbed, she smiled and whispered 3 words to no one. "I'm Clara." Then she closed her eyes and followed him home.